third parties to intensify efforts in disrupting Russian shadow oil tanker fleet. In a concerted effort to curb the illicit activities of Russian oil tankers, Finland and Britain are spearheading discussions to impose stricter measures on third parties. The Baltic and Channel regions, particularly Finland's territorial waters, have emerged as a crucial transit route for an estimated 100 Russian-owned tankers, concealed under opaque ownership structures. These vessels are responsible for transporting a staggering 90 million tons of oil monthly, circumventing sanctions and providing vital revenue to the Russian war machine. Elina Valtonen, the Finnish foreign minister, emphasized the urgency of addressing this issue, stating that the European Union, EU, is considering an additional package of sanctions. However, she stressed the crucial role of the G7 in combating the shadow fleet's evasion of the oil price cap. Valtonen's visit to London underscored the deepening ties between Finland and the UK, exemplified by Finland's recent accession to NATO. The move significantly expands the defense alliance's border with Russia by over 830 miles, bolstering security in the region. Beyond the shadow fleet issue, Valtonen unveiled new domestic legislation aimed at safeguarding Finland against alleged Russian attempts to destabilize the country by orchestrating cross-border migration of third-country nationals. Critics have raised concerns that the law grants excessive discretionary powers to border guards, limits the right to appeal, and potentially violates the European Convention on Human Rights. Nonetheless, Finland's border with Russia remains closed. To further impede Russia's financial gains from oil exports, a $60 per barrel price cap was imposed in December 2022, denying insurance coverage to tankers transporting oil above the stipulated price. This measure aimed to restrict revenue flow to Russia while mitigating potential disruptions to global oil markets. However, Valtonen acknowledged evidence that the shadow fleet disregards insurance requirements, prompting discussions on additional measures to disrupt their operations and target the countries providing their flags of convenience. Collective solutions are imperative, not merely within the EU but also in partnership with our global allies, Valtonen emphasized. We must effectively halt these activities, which pose not only environmental risks but also facilitate Russia's continued oil exports and generate hard currency for its economy. Various international organizations will be leveraged to explore legal avenues within maritime law to effectively prohibit such illicit traffic. In the first quarter of 2023 alone, an estimated 33 million barrels of oil were transported through the Viro Strait between Estonia and Finland aboard uninsured vessels. Valtonen recognized the need for, while acknowledging the complexities posed by international maritime law, which prioritizes open navigation and restricts intervention in free traffic. She noted that the law was designed for a vastly different era than the current geopolitical landscape. Baltic and Nordic nations remain apprehensive about apprehending potentially unseaworthy vessels due to concerns about escalating tensions with Russia. Valtonen further called for stringent measures to counter Russia's manipulation of migration. Evidence suggests that Russia is mobilizing third-country citizens both within its borders and from within Russia towards our borders, Valtonen stated. We cannot allow an external power, openly hostile towards Finland and the West, to dictate who enters our country. Drawing parallels with the migration crisis faced by southern European states, Valtonen presented Finland's new legislation as a potential model for other border nations facing similar challenges. The legislation aims to provide greater flexibility in countering Russian aggression. Emphasizing the need to bolster deterrence, Valtonen declared that the West must recognize Russia's long-term aggression and strengthen its defenses accordingly. The strategic partnership between Finland and the UK, along with global cooperation and a comprehensive approach to addressing the shadow fleet issue, are crucial steps towards ensuring regional security and disrupting Russia's illicit financial gains.